Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into.
You need to start treating Will with respect.
I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence.
Thank you.
From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake.
Hey, what can you tell me about the Hells?
The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it. The delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
Zariel's female. Of course, what does gender really matter to the devils? They can just swap one way or another if they feel like it. Or be both. See, this is a dumb question. I know exactly why she's sticking around to give Will power. She's still trying to coax him into signing a shitty contract to give his soul away for eternity. I'm a warlock. I should know this game. So you left Garlock alone. What changed there? Didn't you want her dead?
You are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious.
Capricious. You never told me how the Absolutists managed to capture you.
Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all.
Well, that's because his choice was set you free or be turned into goo. Alright, we'll talk later.
Will sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature. At times, a seedling must strangle the very tree that bore it, if it's to survive.
Uh-huh.
Wherever you need me, I'll be right.
See, that's my thoughts on the whole situation here, is that at the end of the day, Will's father is probably a very cool and capable guy, but there's a million different ways that they're going to play with his life in order to fuck us over and make us make bad decisions or whatever. So it's better to just nip that in the bud right now. Right now.
The devil Mizora has made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can.
Join me, Lae'zel.
It is done.
Oh, she's got a level up to do. Cool. Okay, I have a pair of gauntlets for you, Lae'zel. Gloves of Power are nice and all, inflicting bane on melee hits. But take these Gauntlets of the War Master instead. There we go. Wonderful. That'll make her feel much, much better. So, you know, I think I'll just put Gloves of Archery back on Astarion. I think they're slightly better than the Stalker gloves. Just slightly. Who am I romancing? Shadowheart.
Action, not reaction.
It was between Shadowheart and Lae'zel, and I chose Shadowheart. Because she has a bit more interesting going on. Hey, improved extra attack. Fighter go up.
No time to rest.
Don't worry, I'll be doing an
Duke
evil
Raven
playthrough
guard
too.
that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake.
Yeah, see, that's what I
sure
thought.
Will knows that. But we would do well to remind him when his days grow dark.
Sound like you speak from experience.
No one truly understands the weight of loss until they've worn it a while. There is no shame in sharing the load when you need to.
Share the load, chat.
One day I'll catch a break.
Soldier?
Oh, she has nothing to say about it. Okay. Zariel's trying to fight the Dead Three? Well, Zariel recognizes that those people having the power of the crown that they have means that it's a threat to her. It's a threat to more than just the mortal realm.
Will gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
Now, Astarion, come on. Will's not going to think like that. We all know that he's a good boy.
Time and again, Will's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. It's one thing to make such a sacrifice in the pursuit of such a pack, but to do so in order to escape one. Truly, it leaves you with nothing.
Now, Gale, it's one thing to speak in such a wise way at the plight of another, the intelligence of another, and how it can backfire upon you. When you were just last stream talking about putting the super death crown on your head and saying it totally won't cause super death to you because you're special. I feel like you're a little further gone than the whole make a deal with the devil thing. Just want to point that out there, bud. No, I can totally put the super death crown on. It's fine. All right, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed and, more importantly, go to hang out with Shadowheart.
This will do. Take off your clothes.
It's easier ways to get me naked, you know.
I don't doubt you in the slightest. Come on, then. We've already come this far.
All right. Let's get naked. I look rough. Well, part of that is because my head model is, for some reason, has a different color.
Couldn't resist.
Because it's bugging.
What's the matter?
You're perky.
I know. But it's nice to hear you say it.
Let's go bang in the water.
I don't know if I can do this, now that I'm here.
Just walk forward until you feel the weight lift.
All right, just stay close.
Reminder, Shadowheart cannot swim. Crab.
Oh, hells, that's cold. Come here.
I look like I have cancer? No, I just have a little bit of illithid in my brain. It's fine.
Thank you. I needed that. I needed to know I can face things without Shah. I don't want to go back. Not just yet.
Looks more like I got struck by lightning. Hell yeah. I got zapped.
Just a pebble. Now don't you dare stop.
And then they fucked all night. That's why you don't bang on a beach. Well, at the very least, it's a little bit better. Okay, I don't have the susser thing going on anymore, but I still have the Tharkiat Withering.
Let's get on with it.
Hold on, Shadowheart, you can fix this. Cure my curse.
Injuries begun.
There we go, that's better.
Mind. Well, in it.
Thanks, babe.
Don't waste a step.
Something the matter? I should hope not, after the time we spent together. My spirits are thoroughly lifted.
Sure, let's talk about it.
Oh? Not feeling any regrets, I hope?
I'm not so sure. Nah, it was great.
I'm glad.
We
Feel
had
the
big
same way.
sex.
Though, I'm still finding sand in my hair. I wonder what the others will think of that.
Oh, they'll naturally assume we snuck away to make sandcastles in the middle of the night.
But of course they will. I hope we'll have more opportunities to slip away. And make sandcastles.
We'll make more sandcastles, chat. Oh. Vigor, 20 temp hit points because of it. Okay, cool. Dispelling the curse gave me some hit points. Nice. Some temp HP. And played the first cutscene, Act 1 and 2 separate. Then she didn't have a single new thing to say. No cutscene until the one at the end of the... Oh, jeez. That's unfortunate. So, Will, how you holding up after the whole condemning your father to death? No? You're fine? Okay. Can I stop shining like that when I come out of there?
Come for a chat?
Well, I'm glad the Susur flower thing's dead. Also, I don't know when this bug started. It was before I became half illithid here, but you can see the seam of where the head attaches to the body model. And I really, really wish that that colored, or discoloring, would have fixed itself at some point in time. But unfortunately, we live in this life, not that life. Anyway, if you're going to be staying here, I need something in return.
Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Okay, sounds like a plan, actually. That's actually a very good thing to have help us. She is also a sorcerer. Whee! Spin! Anyway, having a sorcerer on our sorceress devil on our side would be helpful. I'm happy with that. Oh no, our character's still blonde. That was just lighting being different, making the hair look not blonde. Did you know that lighting can do that?
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it.
Well, what do you think she wants to say?
Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards.
Well, I agree. It's time we headed for the Stormshore Tabernacle.
After you.
That's exactly why I was coming over here, to tell Asterion to take a seat.
Need something? Darling, it sounds...
And get Gale in the party.
How can I help? With...
That way we can go do this. Is fucking Conjured Closet still in here? I wonder, if I dismiss this summon, will that change anything? Hope not. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Damn it, Lae'zel, stop putting that helmet on. The helmet looks bad, but it has such a great effect. Oh, and the sorting has broken again. As it do sometimes, as it do.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Okay, we want to go back to the Stormshore Tabernacle. I guess it's faster if we just teleport there real quick.
Only way to raise awareness.
Oh, Mistra's fucking statue is shining.
And the courage to resist. So may it be.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Mbasa. Alright. Let's talk, Mistra.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mistra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
And if those
The old man
statues are
wasn't
to be
lying.
trusted,
She's opened the summoning
goddess of hips.
Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic, as though the weave itself were coursing beneath her stony skin.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mistra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mistra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
You're ready, Gale. Let's go
Am I?
talk.
You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
When does Twitch do 3-minute ad block breaks? Since Twitch forced people to play ads or have ads play when people first click on the stream. So if I do a 3-minute ad every hour, then it stops ads happening any other time during the stream. Trust me, I hate it as much as you. Subbing or an ad blocker will help you. If you can get an ad blocker that works on Twitch properly, at least. Well, back to gameplay. Gale, of all the things to be nervous about, an audience with a goddess seems pretty reasonable.
You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go.
You know, Gale, I gotta say, I really wish I knew how you got into the relationship with Mystra in the first place. She just pick you up one day when you were a kid or something and be like, hey, you're my new husband. You're like, okay. Wait a second, Gale. You're not taking me with you.
The summoning channel Mystra has provided is for me alone. No one else is permitted to enter it, no matter how talented a user of the weave they are.
Oh, that's unfortunate. At least we got Gale some new drip. Look how styling he looks, wearing his rug on his back. Why does it look like a rug? I'd say personally probably the seek forgiveness thing, especially if it might help cure his orb problem. You know what I mean?
You're right. A heartfelt apology is the surest way to a goddess's heart and her favor. I pray that she'll be in a forgiving mood. If she weren't the one I'd be praying to. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Good luck, Gale.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
Mystra. I never thought we'd speak again like this. Why am I here?
There is much unsaid between us, but time runs ever short. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
I didn't want to die. And when I saw the crown, I thought I might not have to, if I only understood its power.
And you believe you have the right to such an understanding? The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
That can't be. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. I only wished to prove myself worthy. I had no idea.
Clearly.
You were already worthy. What you lacked was patience, and it cost you dearly. When the Karsite weave entered your body, your gifts were the first thing it consumed. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
I won't let you down again. When the Absolute is vanquished, I will surrender Karsus's powers to you. You have my word.
Thank you. May the Weave's light guide your purpose, and its wisdom guide your hand. The future of magic rests on your shoulders, Gale of Waterdeep. I promise you, it is a burden you are strong enough to bear.
Well, that meeting went pretty well for him.
Let's get going.
So, Gale, how you feeling?
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time.
How do you feel?
Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
Well, it's all too easy to miss things when you're blinded by desire.
True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of Lyrican legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Once I bring the crown of Karsus to her, I can put everything right. The orb, too. I'll be myself again, for all that's worth.
Hey, we'll cure you, Gale.
Thank you.
We got you.
There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
I'm glad we gave Gale the floppy wizard hat. It looked really good. It looks really good in the conversations. Nice floppy wizard hat. I know this says Cloak of Elemental Absorption, but I'm going to say it again. It looks like Rug of Elemental Absorption. The little tassels on it and everything.
Gate, hear this humble plea.
It seems Gale has made amends with Mistra. Good for him. Though, I don't see any such reconciliation between myself and Shah anytime soon.
Shadowheart, look. You gotta get over the Shar thing. It's a bad breakup. I know you were together a while, but she's not good for you. She was bad for you.
I do not trust Mistra to do right with the crown. But I think I trust Gale even less. He should give it to her and be done with it, or his lust for power might well consume him.
Lae'zel is correct on this. I agree. Gale looking at me like, you gonna say something about this? I'm like, yeah, I agree. Go talk to everyone else about this. Dude, there's so much dialogue in this game. That's why this playthrough's taking a while. I love it. What's everyone else have to say about Mistra?
So, Gale's agreed to be a good boy and hand the crown over to Mistra. I can't say I would have made the same call, but each their own.
Now listen, Asterion. Gale wouldn't have made that call if we nudged him in the direction of use the crown for your own volition. He would have sprinted to that finish line. He was in Olympic position, ready to make that 100-meter dash, and us pulling his hand back, saying, "No, man, don't do it. Take a look again," and then pointing out that the ground was fake and there was a bunch of barbed wire and flames beneath it is the only thing that saved him from dying.
Wow. Gale is the chosen of Mistra. Congrats to him, I think. Hope he knows what he's doing. We haven't fared very well with other chosens so far.
Well, yes, but that's because the other chosens we've been dealing with, Karlach, are of evil gods. Mistra's not quite so evil. She's pretty good. Pretty nice.
Gale is a better man than most, to choose what is right, even after what Mistra asked of him. Me? I think I would have tugged the great goddess's hair a bit first.
This is why we like Chihira. Also, hey, look! Aylin's back.
Ally mine. We are reunited once more.
Good to see you again.
I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aylin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
My pleasure. He had it coming.
He did, and it came. Now, my friend, bask in your victory. I will do the same. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aylin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
We're gonna have a lot of allies at the end of this story. Also, I didn't notice before, but Isabel's got quite the baby face on her. Okay, you guys have fun.
This crown seems too powerful and dangerous an object for mere mortals to possess. Too dangerous even for Mistra. But I would sooner trust it with a god than a man.
Well, I'd trust it with Mistra. She's literally goddess of all magic ever, forever. Leaving a dangerous magical artifact in her possession, probably a lot safer than most people.
Come for a chat?
Okay, we got nothing else to say to her for now. Alcine, how do you feel about Mistra?
It seems Gale has made amends with Mistra. I see this as a good omen for what awaits us.
I agree. Good omen.
Charmed, I'm sure.
looking ahead, swift as my feet can carry me.
All right, now that we've taken care of that business
Go
with
ahead.
Gale here, why
I'm listening.
don't you have a
I
seat
question
for
the
a little
wisdom of
bit?
that decision, but I'll be here in the meantime.
Mostly because... All right, we had Will sever the pact with Mizora, so that's good. Claim the crown for himself, though, and the Karsite Weave would answer to him. You see, that's a terrible idea. We already saw that that causes people to explode. It's not a good idea. All right, it's time to put our monocle back on and for Thorlock Holmes to continue his investigation. Means I think we'll bring Will with us, Warlock Bros. Go investigate murders.
Let's talk. That's the spirit.
Oh, and hey, he has a level up to do. Sick. Okay, we got Mystic Arcanum. Nice level 6 spell. This is a once per long rest. I can cast it without using a spell slot. Sculpt a massive sphere of entropic energy around a creature, devastate the target and all surrounding creatures. Or we just get a mummy. I mean, this is one battle. This is as many battles as the mummy exists for. If the Karsite Weave is removed from Gale's body, he won't have magic capability left since it fed on his innate abilities first, right? That's very possible. Yes. It might be the price to pay for his curiosity into poking around things he shouldn't have been touching. That being said, there's also a real possibility that Mystra could just, you know, restore his abilities a bit. She's a goddess of the magic and all that. How's about Cone of Cold? Very few enemies I've seen are actually any bit resistant to ice damage. We'll give him Cone of Cold. Any spells to replace? I don't think so. Hellish Rebuke's the only one I could think of as a maybe replace. Oh, he does have a shield. I thought so. Boy, he really needs a different piece of armor. He's had that padded armor since the beginning. Let's take a look at what we can do to
Breathing, despite everything.
get Will a bit more dripped out, if possible. And I could give him Birthright instead of that. Alrighty, Will. Whoops. Fortification Ring is pretty nice. Okay, sort by type. Look into what kind of armors and robes we have that we may be able to give to him at all. Alright, this is what that nerd wizard was wearing. Forgot about that. Well, that would be really good on a monk. Bardic inspiration and stuff. I mean, that is at least an upgrade in AC right there. Oopsie. I always hit tab, like a dummy. And I forgot to look at gloves and stuff. Because we should have some new stuff since the last time I looked in here for him. Well, not boots, but gloves maybe. Yeah, these Wondrous Gloves are +1 AC. Okay, so I don't have any gloves that are actually too amazing for him at the moment. Surprising. Not a whole lot on the side of bows either. Sheesh! I have less to give than I thought I did. Very sheesh indeed. Thomas, and then is chosen. That's not too bad, actually. Okay, I guess I don't have a whole lot to give to him. I gave him some new armor, though. So there's that.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Alright, let's get ourselves some imps out. So I've got planar ally Cambion, but until I'm getting into a fight, I don't want to pop it. Enjoy that drow armor there, Will. Damn, she looks like a proper paladin now. Or cleric, I guess. It's too bad her knight outfit is too hot to take I mean, what? Alright, so we're gonna head over here to talk to Gauntlet Devil and the Elf Song Tavern.
Make no mistake. I will have
Beep 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 beep. Biguretta. La 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 love love I.
Catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
We have
Still watchers
promenading
I don't know.
and you're worried.
Or vinegar. Or flies, even. Let's just show some restraint.
I'm capable of restraint, just as you're capable of raw fury.
Once the watchers
I trust we'll find reason to exercise both.
Thank you so busy for the follow. I was just letting them talk.
The Elf Song Tavern.
In we go. And out she goes, apparently.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the Blushing Mermaid. It's the elf song. So behave yourself.
Guess you must be the tavern's hired muscle.
That's right. And a lonely job it is, too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart.
Aww. Maybe you could change jobs. Can you sing? Tavern always needs bards.
Very funny. Go on inside. We're looking for comedians.
Alright, into the Elf Song Tavern. Oh my god, there's a million billion people that we could talk to, but I'm sure most of them say nothing. Ears, Ohana.
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head?
Good question.
Janitor in a tavern. If Mother was
You funny enough to cause a laugh riot? Come on in and challenge the house comedian.
My time has come to be a stand-up comedian, chat. Let's do it.
That newcomer, Gortash.
I have all of the charisma. We've got this. In fact, let's get even more charisma-er than ever. Harvard Willoughby.
Ask my wife what... Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called a Laugh Riot. You want to play along?
Suits me. I'm pretty good at riots. I'm in.
Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right. I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elf Song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
So we killed her.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me?
Willoughby the comedian, folks. Were his jokes good, or did he just smell funny?
Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am.
Which ones, chat? Oh, none of these tickle my funny bone quite well enough. Also, surprising I'm not making any charisma checks with any of these. I'm gonna go with Tried sleeping with a dragonborn the other night, but it didn't work out. He had erectile dysfunction. Wordplay.
Win or lose, I'm stealing that one.
I think that's a pretty good one. The Dead 3, am I right? What losers? You know why Bane worshippers will never conquer the world? They don't have the balls. A mind flayer's Dwergar slave lost his nose, so I asked the Illithid, how does he smell? And it said, I have eaten its brain. Our cleric tried to cast Healing Word on a ham, but it was already cured. Ooh, that one's an actual joke. That's probably the answer, right? Clapper, I'll rip out your spines. I'm gonna go with already cured.
Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
Chat's been cured.
Cheers, whistles, and applause. You're almost shocked.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Now get out of here before I lose my job.
We did it! We won! Wait, what's my prize?
Something missing. I wasn't such a coward. I'd join a cult of Baal.
Can't grasp it. Shite.
How do you dress an archduke? Your Excellency?
Well, I didn't get a prize, but I guess I got to feel funny for once in my life. Okay, back to business. Is it her? What are we talking to again? She's not in here. Manual of Hellerite for the truly unfunny. A thorough index of hilarious topics. Puns, air emitted from the southernmost hole. Coincidence? A funny face. Public houses and their vagaries. Pratfalls and other physical pranks. Funny little creatures. The misfortune of the other. And stink. Oh, it says she's upstairs. That's the problem. Silly me. Hold on, we gotta talk to the barkeep at least once. You don't go to a bar and not talk to the bartender.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is.
Business going well?
All this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self?
Got anything? Can you tell me more about that murder?
Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope.
Well, they can be. It really depends on what kind of business you run in there, friend. Got anything to trade?
It's been slim picking since the Absolute butchered that supply convoy. But have a look.
Food and alcohol, as expected of a tavern. Alright, we're good for this.
Fill your boots, mate.
Look at these adventurers hanging out. What's up, Axeman?
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the flaming fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
Bonk.
An archduke.
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it.
Well, investigation doesn't seem to be their strong suit.
You don't need subtlety to sort these matters out, just persistence. That's what I told Commander Portier, anyway.
How would you deal with it?
I'd start a special crime unit. A half-dozen hard cases. Grab some likely losers in the back alleys and beat on them until we got some answers. Commander Portier says she already has some investigators she trusts. Soft-talking namby-pambies, I'd wager. But when they fail, and they will, count on it, she knows where to find Dame Gizarm. Then, it'll be my turn.
She's got a very interesting hairstyle. Interesting is the nice way to put it. Okay. It's a murder target, Rovir. Visit the Emperor's old hideout is in the Elfsong Tavern basement. Sleeping Kitty.
Stop wasting mine.
It seems that the basement might be a little... Hi, friends.
See Alan at the bar for drinks. I'm busier than a two-pecker goat.
Busier than a two-pecker
Just down
goat.
the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Down the stairs we go, to his old lodgings. That's a lot of rats. It's a whole lot of rats. What are all these rats doing down here? Well, hold on, I know exactly how to deal with this.